About 30 days prior to the semester start, you'll receive a notification from the program coordinator about creating your syllabus in Concourse. Please go to Blackboard and to the course that you're wanting to create the syllabus. You'll notice on the left-hand ribbon, there are the words course syllabus. Click on that and that will actually take you to an external site, which is called Concourse. Start your session and the master syllabus for your course will appear. It will already be filled out with the dates of the semester that you're representing. And then you'll click on edit at the top. And you'll notice little yellow boxes and green boxes, red boxes. Yellow box is for editing. The red boxes are for deleting, and the green are to add the different sections that you'd like to add. So in this case, I've already completed for the summer semester, but if I needed to edit it or add contact entry, I would click the green to add this information. Since it's already done, I will click the yellow and put the information that I want to communicate to the students. I'd recommend adding your email address, and this is my office phone number where I can receive calls or text. Please do not feel any obligation to put your personal cell phone number, but if you have a contact number that you are okay with the students contacting you, you can add it here. Also, I add a direct link to my appointment calendar so students can just click the link and then know what's available for appointment times. If you have something similar, feel free to add it. And another note that I add is that Saturday is my Sabbath and I don't respond to emails, texts, or calls on this day. So I do encourage students, if they want to get something in the pipeline for on Sunday or Monday when I'm answering emails, to go ahead. But it's just gives them, communicates and gives them some information. Of course, click save to keep any of the information that you've added. The course description comes directly from the academic catalog, and so you don't need to do anything in this part, or the mapped outcomes. You'll also notice that there are no editing buttons to the side. So these are fixed in the master syllabus. The outcomes, and we'll talk a little bit more about this in a moment, but the outcomes are obviously the things that we hope that the student will show or demonstrate that that they can do successfully or have learned successfully as a result of taking the course. Materials, this would be where you would add the textbooks that you put in, if we're textbook adoptions, these would be the same books. You'll click book, and then you'll add the information that will show up similar to this. You'll add the title, the author, if there's a particular edition, the ISBN number, and then eCampus is our current book vendor. Then you would click save, and any books or materials that you have added will show up in this format within the syllabus. Evaluation, there's nothing for you to do there. This is according to a university-wide grade scale, but the criteria, this is your opportunity to provide the student with an overview of what the assignments will involve in this course, or what will be required assignments within this course. You click criterion, and then you'll develop each one of these. Like in this case, the discussion board is a big part of this particular course. It's 30% of their grade. There are 7 discussion board forums, and just a little overview of what the assignment involves. This, going back to the weight, is an important value to determine. You want to make sure that you're not giving too much weight to a single item, a single assignment, but to space those out, the weights out over the different assignments. And of course, giving more weight to assignments that take more time or that have more assessment value to them. But it's especially just making sure that it's well distributed and that all of the assignments that you have the weights equal 100%. So whatever assignments that you have planned out, this would be the place to put them, just giving an overview of what's involved. And then as far as the schedule, this is going to be different for online and on-ground classes. This particular course is an on-ground course, which is 7 weeks long, but each week is divided into, like, it's week 1, those are the dates of the particular week, and then it's giving a explanation of what we're going to be doing in that particular class, and then the assignments that are due. So you would need to click save, obviously, to save any of the information that you've put in those sections. So once you've completed all of those, and I think usually it will give you 5, so you'll need to do schedule entry to add subsequent weeks. Scroll down to the course policies, and if you have anything particular to your class that you want to communicate to the students of expectations, this would be the place to do it. 2 that I like to add are the late assignment policy and Zoom etiquette is what I call it. And just to, again, communicate these 2 important things to the students about what kind of point loss penalties that there would be for late assignments. And then if you are, whether on ground or online, if you have online meetups, usually we have a couple of those during the semester, or if you are having virtual, students join your class virtually on ground, having a Zoom policy or the expectations around what the behavior of, and level of participation, those kinds of things would be really important. So here's a couple of things that I put in to my etiquette is to demonstrate full participation. Again, this is an online course, so it has meetups particularly, and I would put in class time for an on-ground class, but keep video on during class time. You can also discuss, it's like if you need to step away for a moment, turn your video off, send me a personal, chat message to let me know what's going on. Avoid joining class while driving or shopping. I've had students that will show up, and they're doing their grocery shopping and going through the aisles, and that's just, it's their mind's not available really to participate fully, and it's extremely distracting to the other students that are there and ready to learn. Keep family members and others out of the classroom space. And then in the breakout rooms, there's some particular etiquette that I want students to follow to stay on topic. Because as I go, as I've gone through and kind of listened in and communicated with the students in the breakout rooms, there's times I've gone in and they're on a completely different subject, like, the vacation that's coming up, and, what they ate for dinner last night, and, things like that, where I think giving students an opportunity to chat and connect, and visit, fellowship, or whatever word you want to use, would be important. If it's class time and there's an assignment or topic that they're discussing, we need to make sure, and encourage them to stay on topic. And then also I say, don't be a time hog there, that, students can get in there and they can completely take up all the time, and other students aren't able to contribute and participate in a meaningful way. So those, again, were just some things based on my own experience, but you may have other experiences and that we would develop your Zoom policy. But I do think that it would be important for you to consider, especially having virtual interaction and, just having to develop some new classroom management in that regard. So once you have this completed, you will scroll back to the top, and this is a very important step to do in communicating or publishing this document. As you go up to the top where it says audit, and you click audit, and then you would click submitted for review. And what that will do is that it will send it to the program director, who will review your syllabus. And if there are any suggestions, updates, changes, new information, or anything that they would like to add, there could be an embedded assignment in that particular course that can't be changed. It's one that's used for direct assessment for our institutional effectiveness team. If there's anything like that, any suggestions, then the program director can respond and give you a message here. And then once you click update, then the audit trail will note that you have submitted it for review. Then once it's reviewed by the director, and you would be able to go in and download this if you wanted, email it. It's important if you go back to make any changes that you resubmit it for audit, because the audits may not show up for the student if you don't. So it needs to follow that audit trail process. Otherwise, you may have an inaccurate syllabus, which can really cause some issues for students. So I hope that gives you an overview of how to upload or how to develop your syllabus. One other thing that I would say, coming back to the outcomes, is any assignments that you have, your course content, your activities that you're having students do, make sure that they connect somehow with these outcomes, that you are specifically addressing these, making sure that you're giving students opportunity to, give them some information, help them to develop any skills, and then also a time for application that they can demonstrate those, that learning has occurred, and that's only going to help you help them. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your program coordinator or your program director, and we will be happy to help you. Thank you so much.